and launch director copies.
A woman with a mission to inspire. Kristen Dahlgren, NBC News, Kennedy Space Center.
And that's Nightly News. Thank you for watching. I'm Lester Holt. Please take care of yourself and each other. Good night.
The entire Ninja season comes down to one big night. One of them could win $1 million. You just made Ninja history.
Ninja Warrior season finale, Monday on NBC.
I worked really hard to save for retirement, worked all the hours I could, whatever it took. But Ron Johnson thinks we should consider raising the retirement age for Social Security and Medicare. That's a terrible idea. And he voted over and over again to weaken and cut Medicare, driving up our costs. Ron Johnson even wanted to privatize Social Security, calling it a legal Ponzi scheme. Tell Ron Johnson to strengthen Medicare.
Howard Young Urgent Care. Get in, get out, get well.
Straight ahead on Newswatch 12 at 6, Merrill Public Schools is trimming its upcoming budget. What this means for the district and what they're doing to fix the issues. Plus, the Rhinelander Honor Guard is raising awareness about their mission. And tonight's Week 2 for Friday Night Blitz will have a preview of the big games as your local news starts right now.
Your local news and weather from where you live. Newswatch 12 at 6 starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Newswatch 12 at 6. I'm Jessica Jukich. Merrill Public Schools is looking for more funding after its spring referendum failed. The district has pushed off maintenance projects and increased class sizes after losing millions of dollars in funding. They're now going back to the public with an operational referendum on November 8th.
When our referendum failed in April, that left us with some budget choices, some tough budget choices, and so we had to make some cuts, and that impacts kids.
This year, the Merrill area public schools lost $2.5 million in local funding after its spring referendum failed. The district had to resort to trimming its upcoming budget by eliminating 8 full-time positions that were open through retirement and attrition.
Our largest expense is usually staff, so teachers, our support staff, all levels of staffing, and what that ends up happening is less opportunities for kids, less services. Sometimes we have to cut classes, we might have larger class sizes, we may have to cut certain programs, scale back on spending in certain areas.
The district delayed purchasing new textbooks for high school students. They also rotated certain AP courses and placed more students in each class.
We had a science reduction, which just meant bigger class sizes, and any high school principal will tell you most labs are set up for 24 students, and that becomes a safety thing. And so there's going to be some sections where we're at 26, 27, more students than lab spaces. If we have to be looking at making some sizable cuts again for next year, then we probably are talking about entire classes or programs.
The budget is now going back to voters in November. They're asking for a non-recurring operational referendum that will give the school $2.5 million per year for 4 years. The district estimates the referendum will cost taxpayers $6 per $100,000 of assessed property value for residents.
We're going back to the community for the benefit of our students, and we're giving it another shot.
It's a warm day throughout the Northwoods. Meteorologist Conrad Sapinski's tracking some weekend showers.
Yeah, it was a warm one today. Temperatures were near average, even slightly above in some locations. Right now we have temperatures in the mid-70s in Rhinelander. Same thing just north in Eagle River, Land O'Lakes. Antigo actually has a couple of degrees cooler temperatures. Of course, Wausau coming in at 77 degrees. So a nice and mild day out there right now. There is a lot of warm air still in the core of the country. Some 80s and 90s in the mid of the country. All of that warm air is continuing to stick around. So for the next several days, we're going to have pretty warm air in the forecast. Right now, not looking too bad. Lots of sunshine all around, just a few passing clouds. All those rain showers are finally gone, and we are in the clear. Tonight is going to be a pretty mild one, a little above average as temperatures cool down and hover in the mid-50s. Jessica?
Thank you, Conrad. Week 2 of high school football's here. Tonight, there is a great schedule of local games taking place. Our sports team has you covered. Both our reporters are live in the field covering the action. First, we'll head to Marathon, where Griffin Stroin is.
Yeah, Jessica, it's going to be a great week of the Friday Night Blitz. Behind me, you're going to be able to see Stanley Boyd taking on Marathon in this game tonight. But that is just one of the many that we will be covering tonight on the Friday Night Blitz. A great battle in the GNC as Tomahawk. They're going to travel to Lakeland Union in Minocqua. Hatchets hoping to start their season off 2-0. Then in Merrill, the Blue Jays are taking on Crandon. It's the battle of the birds, and the Cardinals are hoping to strut their wings tonight to get their first win of the season. And then this is actually opening week for 8-man football. We have a doozy in Three Lakes. Blue Jays are hosting last year's state champions in Newman Catholic. We're going to have highlights from all of those games and more tonight on Friday Night Blitz. But the one game I did not mention is a battle between two powerhouses, Stratford and Edgar, which is where my partner, Saul Meyer, currently is.
That's right, Griffin. I am here in Edgar right now for their matchup with Stratford. And Edgar actually looked pretty good last week, beating Lakeland Union 35-7. And Stratford also looked good in their matchup with Mosinee, even though they didn't go home with a win. But that's okay because they also didn't go home with a loss. How is that possible? Well, we had some weather issues last week, so that game ended up being a tie. And ties are always tricky because they lead to a lot of what-ifs. Stratford's head coach, Jason Tubbs, says that his team may have had a chance at winning, but for player safety, a tie is what's best for both teams.
I think we would have had a good chance too, but no one was hurt, and no one really wanted to come back on the next day after having a physical game like that for 3 quarters and then try to play another quarter. And is it worth it? What's best for your team? So we decided, both coaches kind of decided, hey, let's just do the tie.
Now moving on to the game for this week, Stratford has a tough task ahead of them, taking on yet another good team in their rival Edgar. According to Coach Tubbs, this
the ones you remember when you get out. You talk to alumni that have played in these games. It's fun. We have coaching staff that has former Edgar players on our coaching staff, and they talk about their experiences with the Stratford Edgar. And it's good that you have a rivalry. There are some high schools that don't have that.
Be sure to tune in tonight for Friday Night Blitz, tonight at 10 for highlights from this game as well as a few others. Reporting live here in Edgar, I'm Saul Meyer, Newswatch 12.
Thank you, Saul. Today, the Northwoods Honor Guard ventured over to Print Pack in Rhinelander to hold a demonstration in front of their military flags. Plant manager Patrick Marquardt spoke about what the demonstration is for and the significance of Honor Guard to the Northwoods community.
This occasion is really to bring an awareness that we actually have a Northwoods Honor Guard in the community that goes out and spends their time and their dedication on service and veterans during their funerals.
Marquardt is a veteran himself, and he spoke about the importance of Northwoods Honor Guard to him.
It's great to see it's veterans honoring veterans. It's an important thing. It's near and dear to my heart being a veteran myself. So the more we can raise funds for the Honor Guard and they can be there present at the time when the veterans take their last breath and pass away off this earth, they're recognized and honored one more time by the Honor Guard.
Marquardt and Print Pack presented the Honor Guard with a check for $1,000 for their honor and dedication to their fellow veterans. He also announced that Print Pack chose the Northwoods Honor Guard to be the recipient of the funds raised at the Supplier Associates Golf Outing fundraiser. A Northwoods group is coming together to help those in need. Coming up after the break, we'll tell you how the Kiwanis Club is helping families in Ukraine.
Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Bone and Joint Walk-In Care.
Summer may be ending, but Ashley still has this season's top styles in stock and ready for fast delivery. For a limited time, update your home with no money down and 0% interest for 60 months. Visit your local Ashley store or shop ashley.com today.
I love this state. Knock on any door in any county, and you'll find good-hearted, hard-working folks. People whose businesses are proudly helped as Lieutenant Governor. Hard work needs to be respected again, with fair wages and opportunities to get ahead. That's how my parents opened doors for me. My mom was a teacher and my dad worked third shift. I'm not one of these millionaires. I work just as hard for you as you work for your family. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
With Honda, every summer adventure is the destination. Take your adventures farther with Honda, America's most fuel-efficient, full-line automaker. Hurry into a local Honda dealer where new vehicles are arriving daily.
Oh, great. My wireless bill just went up.
Should have gone with US Cellular. They aren't raising prices on any of their plans.
Seriously?
Yeah, my price won't increase.
Well, that is refreshing. I feel like everywhere you turn these days, prices are going up.
Supply chain got us too. Don't get me started on the overhead cost.
At US Cellular, every plan for everyone is price protected.
You know, I respect a female entrepreneur.
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
Summer may be ending, but Ashley still has this season's top styles in stock and ready for fast delivery. For a limited time, update your home with no money down and 0% interest for 60 months. Visit your local Ashley store or shop ashley.com today.
Happy Friday and welcome back. It's a pretty beautiful day out there. Temperatures in the mid-70s right now. Lots of sunshine, just a few passing clouds. Taking a look in Rhinelander right now, 74 degrees, lots of sunshine. A bit warmer in Wausau, coming in at 77 degrees. Pretty calm wind. They also have a 5-mile-per-hour sustained wind, which is pretty calm for this time of year. Temperatures all across the Northwoods are in the 70s today, so it is looking really nice and near our average of around 76 degrees. But temperatures will continue to warm up. Tomorrow, expecting temperatures around 78, 80 degrees by Sunday, 83 by Monday, and then we take a little dip on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Temperatures are still going to be near average and in the mid-70s, so really nice and enjoyable week ahead. Lots of sunshine all across the state. A couple of clouds, some thicker clouds in the western part of the state, closer to Eau Claire, but overall, the state is looking clear. It's a beautiful summer day. A couple of showers lingering in the west, closer to North Dakota. All of that's going to continue pushing north. It's actually not going to be reaching us, but still some showers right behind it. Not looking like much right now, a little bit here by the Twin Cities. Not a big rain event, but tomorrow we're going to have some scattered showers. It is going to be on the lighter end. It's not going to be a big downpour. Same thing overnight Saturday and then into Sunday. The chances aren't very high. So it means it's not really going to be a big rain event, more on the scattered side. Maybe a rumble of thunder or two could definitely be expected. Dew points today are looking really nice. They're in the 50s right now. A couple of 60s showing up there for dew points. Still very comfortable around the region. Everyone is looking nice. Everyone's in on this beautiful summer day. Dew points are gonna start to rise by the weekend. Saturday, Sunday, they're gonna be pretty high up there on the humid end. But look what happens by Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Beginning of the week looks beautiful. Dew points are going to be down there. Temperatures are going to be warm, expecting around 83 by Monday. Tonight, though, pretty mild. We're going to be hovering in the mid-50s with mostly clear skies. Expect some fog in the morning. Once again, we had some dense fog early this morning today, and then it started really dissipating by around 8:30, 9 a.m. Same thing by tomorrow morning. So if you have anywhere to go to, slow down, take extra precautions, maybe leave a little extra early. But then that fog's going to dissipate, temperatures are going to rise. It's going to be another nice day out there. Temperatures around 78 degrees with partly cloudy skies, and like I mentioned, a couple of scattered showers or maybe a rumble of thunder or two cannot be ruled out. And our 7-day outlook, brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress, does show that rain moving out by Monday. We're in the clear. Temperatures are going to be in the mid-80s. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we're looking clear. Temperatures in the mid-70s. Jessica?
Thank you, Conrad. Investors are not happy with the latest comments from Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell. Friday, stocks fell after Powell told an audience at Jackson Hole Economic Symposium to expect economic pain in the future. All three indices tumbled over 1% at the news. Some felt it was he was hinting at a possible recession. Powell also said the Fed would likely continue raising interest rates for the foreseeable future as it focuses on controlling inflation. He warned the task would not be quick or easy and would likely result in a period of slower economic growth and a softer labor market. The Mercer Public Library's biggest event is coming up soon. The annual Fall Celebration Open House will be on Saturday, September 10th from 2 to 5 p.m. Everyone is welcome to attend the free event. Appetizers and drinks will be provided. The event will be outdoors on the library grounds, weather permitting, with some displays and activities inside the library as well. There will also be book basket raffles and an online auction. You can visit the library's website at mercerpubliclibrary.org for more information about the event and a link to the online auction. A federal program that's giving all students access to free school meals is ending, impacting around 10 million children, but that will not impact kids here in Rhinelander. More than 40% of Rhinelander school district students qualify for free or reduced meals. In partnership with the state, the district will now provide free breakfast and lunch for the next 4 years in Rhinelander. Eric Burke, the school district superintendent, says programs like these can go a long way to help families out.
I think at a time the state and the country is trying to help support families that are in need, and this is one way that they're doing it, is helping support families that are in need.
Students are in elementary school typically for about 7 hours. Patricia Caraba, Rhinelander's food service director, says students consuming food throughout the day is important.
It will help them so much to know that their children are being fed a nutritious meal served by wonderful ladies and men within the program, and they don't have to pay for it. And that is just such a huge blessing for all those families.
The school district of Rhinelander isn't only trying to help provide students with free breakfast and lunch, they're also providing students with school supplies this semester. In an effort to improve the lives of families struggling in Ukraine during the war, the Rhinelander Kiwanis Club started a project to raise money for basic necessities for those families. The club has now announced that it hopes to make one large final donation in the middle of this upcoming September. Former club president and current project lead Ryan Hetland is happy to be lending a helping hand.
People feel good that our program allows them to make a difference. People want to help. And we're just allowing people to do that.
The project teamed up with the Kiwanis International Foundation to provide money to help with those basic necessities.
We can't replace their home, but we can help them with their daily life essentials. Their life looks very similar to our life prior to February.
The group had an initial goal of raising $10,000 for the project, and they so far have surpassed those expectations. To date, they have raised more than $28,200. For details on how to send any money or make donations, you can visit our website at wjfw.com. NASA's gearing up for their latest moon mission. What to expect from the agency's latest launch? We'll break it down after the break.
Traffic is horrible.
Great. Time for another one of these.
Bite into the new Primal Burrito or Biscuit with Prime Rib at Hardee's. See Jurassic World Dominion in theaters June 10th.
Did you know you can start your 4-year degree locally and get the same college experience closer to home? From the moment you step onto our campus, we'll be there for you, supporting your dreams, saving you money, and giving you a well-rounded academic and social experience with student housing, clubs, sports, and leadership opportunities. With NTC's liberal arts transfer degree, you can start here and go anywhere, including guaranteed transfer to UW-Madison, North Central Technical College, transferability made easy.
It's time to amp up the fun at your local Ford dealer. The summer supercharged sales event is here. So stop by your Ford dealer today and check out great offers on select Ford vehicles. Then discover how Ford can take your summer to a whole new level. Hurry to the final days of the summer supercharged sales event for a great Flex Buy offer on Escape or Edge.
It's Northwoods Furniture's sizzling summer sale going on now.
As the summer heats up, so do our sales. Find red-hot store-wide savings at both locations. We have it all. Beautiful furniture and mattresses to fit everyone's comfort and style. Save on select Sealy mattresses, Lazy Boy, and Flex Steel furniture, and more. Enjoy the summer sun, relaxing on quality Amish-built outdoor furniture, all on sale now. Hurry in for best selections. Northwoods Furniture and Mattress in Eagle River, celebrating 15 years in business.
Here's Mandela Barnes avoiding questions about his unpaid taxes.
He stormed out of an interview after being asked about his unpaid property taxes.
Barnes also paid no income tax, yet Barnes supports Biden's tax increase on working families and an army of new IRS agents to audit middle-class families. Mandela Barnes, higher taxes for you, unpaid taxes for him. Wisconsin Truth PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
They want to talk about property taxes.
Next in Market Watch, numbers. Boring. In more delicious news, there's a buy one famous star, get one for $1 deal at Hardee's.
Bite into the famous star today, only at Hardee's.
Brought to you by Lockview Desert Health Center, Eagle River, and Waters Meat.
NASA's ready for its next outer space mission. The Artemis 1 mission is scheduled to launch Monday morning. The unmanned Space Launch System rocket will carry the Orion spacecraft, which will go beyond the moon before it comes back to Earth. Orion will travel farther than any other spacecraft built for humans has ever flown. Artemis 1 is scheduled to crash into the Pacific Ocean on October 10th. We'll have one final look at your weather forecast after the break, but first, here's a look at this week's Big Old Fish.
Newswatch 12's Big Old Fish is brought to you by Kurt's Island Sports Shop in Minocqua.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
I have a question for y'all. What kind of fish are more than 40% of Americans afraid of? Well, the clownfish, of course. All right, I know. Quit clowning around, Chris, and get on with this week's Big Old Fish. And we start this week with Jessica Garner, who caught her very first muskie while trolling for walleye. Well, that's some good luck, and that is one big old fish, Jessica. Way to go. Keep on reeling them in. Next up, we have Adeline, who caught this beautiful bluegill on a local Rhinelander body of water. Well, there's no two ways to look at it, Adeline. That is one big old fish. Way to go. Keep on reeling them in. And finally on this week's Big Old Fish, we have Levi Flynn. He caught this dandy bluegill while fishing with his parents from a paddle boat on Crystal Lake in Pickerel. And his grandfather, who submitted this entry, went on to say that it's the biggest fish that this 3-year-old has ever caught. Man, I don't know, 3 years old and this bluegill? Yeah, that is a big old fish, Levi. Way to go. Keep on reeling them in. All right, fishermen and women, make sure to keep those trophy pictures coming. All the information you need to be in a future episode of Big Old Fish and win a Northland taxidermy fish meal is on our website, WJFW.com. And remember, anglers, fish on.
Summer may be ending, but Ashley still has this season's top styles in stock and ready for fast delivery. For a limited time, update your home with no money down and 0% interest for 60 months. Visit your local Ashley store or shop Ashley.com today.
I'm Tim Michaels, and I know a thing or two about construction. But sometimes, before you start building, you have to tear things down. That's why I'll dump Beaver's job-killing agenda. Totally demolish the woke liberals' anti-police agenda. And hammer Madison's special interest. I'm Tim Michaels. I'm a businessman, not a politician. Tony Evers and his liberal friends have made an absolute mess of Wisconsin. We've got a blueprint to rebuild. But first, we need to do a little demolition.
Creative Kitchen and Bath Studio has designed beautiful and functional kitchens and baths in the Northwoods. When helping plan your dream kitchen or bath with in-home consultation available, they provide 3D drawings of your spaces to bring your visions to life. Owner and designer Sarah has over 25 years of experience, overseen 500 plus projects, and built strong relationships with local contractors providing superior installation. Whether it's a new home or a remodel, Creative Kitchen and Bath Studio in Eagle River looks forward to making your dream kitchen or bath a reality.
Have you heard the term fiduciary before? According to Investopedia.com, being a fiduciary means being legally bound to put your client's best interest ahead of your own. Did you know that registered investment advisors have a fiduciary duty to clients? But broker-dealers just have to meet the less stringent suitability standard, which doesn't require putting their client's best interest ahead of their own. At Bushko Wealth Management, all of our advisors are fiduciaries to provide our clients more peace of mind. Call us today or go online to schedule your complimentary review.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
Summer may be ending, but Ashley still has this season's top styles in stock and ready for fast delivery. For a limited time, update your home with no money down and 0% interest for 60 months. Visit your local Ashley store or shop ashley.com today.
Conrad, it's the weekend. I'm excited to go outside, enjoy some beautiful weather. I know we're going to have maybe some showers.
Yeah, it's not going to be as beautiful. You know, we do have some scattered showers and thunderstorms that are going to be in the area. It's not going to be anything big, so maybe it's not going to cancel your whole plans, but definitely something to keep an eye on. Taking a look outside, it's looking beautiful right now. Lots of sunshine, just a few passing clouds right now, but changes are ahead. A couple of showers and thunderstorms will be possible tomorrow, especially Sunday. This is going to be more scattered, so if you have any plans, maybe adjust it, not cancel it, since it's not going to be an all-day event. Temperatures are on the warmer end today, in the mid-70s across the state, even a couple of 80s popping up there on the radar. But temperatures are going to warm up Sunday and Monday. Temperatures around 83 degrees, so it's going to really warm up as our thunderstorm chances move out, and it's going to look beautiful the rest of next week.
I'm looking forward to that. Love beautiful weather.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Conrad. That's all the time we have. We'll see you back here at 10. Have a great night.
Mr. Food Test Kitchen is brought to you by Golden Carrot Jewelers and Creative Kitchen and Bath Studio.
No matter how long your to-do list is this weekend, do yourself a favor and start your day off with a homemade coffee cake, hot from the oven.